know what? I can act crazy all I want. I'll tell you why. Hello guys, gals. It is I, once again, Joseph Cohen Mason, Mr. Gamer 990. And the reason I act all crazy and insane is because, well guys, gals, I recently bought a PS4 console. You heard me, a PS4 console. And the first game I got is Infamous Second Son, along with Tomb Raider and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. But this is by far the best game I played on the PS4 console, right next to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. And honestly guys, I had so much fun playing this game. I had so much fun. It was just a pleasure, a worthwhile experience worth going on. And I really love this game a lot, guys. I'll tell you why. First, the basic plot follows a young kid named Delsin Rowe, who is a delinquent, a small town delinquent who has a big brother, Reggie, the more reasonable, rational, civilized police officer who is looking out for his younger brother and wants to protect him from all danger. But one day, this prison dude named Hank, who is apparently having these superpowers, these powers which brand him a conduit. And a conduit is someone with special abilities they can use to, like smoke, for example. This guy Hank gives his ability, or rather, Delsin Rowe takes this ability from this dude named Hank, and he gains the ability of smoke. And smoke allows him to, well, basically go through objects and shoot missiles and go up buildings through ventilation ducts. And he basically can turn to smoke and use smoke to his advantage. And after Hank gets away, Delsin Rowe is hunted down by a mysterious woman known as Augustine. And Augustine wants to capture every conduit alive and prevent them from being branded as bioterrorists. She's trying to save the conduit and trying to protect them from against their own will. And Augustine, a bioterrorist is a person who is using his powers for the wrong reason. And a conduit is a person who has the abilities. A conduit is basically anyone with a special ability or gift. And a bioterrorist is a name branded to a bioterrorist is a name given to these conduits by the people and society of the world. It's basically a racial slur which they give to these people, and how every rights they have are removed. And Augustine wants to protect these people, these conduits, from being a risk to society and being a risk to their own lives. By that I mean, she's trying to protect the conduits, and Augustine is trying to capture Delsin Rowe, but Reggie and Delsin manage to escape, except Delsin's friend and mother figure, Betty, I think her name is Betty, she gets like trapped by these rock things, which is the ability of Augustine. In order to fix this cancer which she has in her leg, they have to hunt down Augustine, and they have to get her ability and her power. But to do that, Delsin Rowe must embark on a journey that will take him and his big brother, Reggie, on a path they will never forget for all time. Oh yeah! And honestly guys, gals, that's the plot of the game, and I love this game so much. The plot is simple. One guy goes to get this ability from this one woman and gets back to save his like aunt or mother figure, Betty. But in the end, this game is honestly a story about good versus evil, a conduit who has to choose between good and evil, justice and injustice. And this is a story about Delsin Rowe and how he tries to create his own journey, his own destiny, and his own path. Because this game is about Delsin's journey to find Augustine and end her reign of terror on both the civilization and the conduits. And I love this game a lot because you have three major conduit characters. They are Delsin Rowe, Abigail Walker, aka Fetch, a junkie who I really love a lot, and damn does she have a great Brooklyn accent, like you know that kind of Brooklyn accent like, yo fool, what you doing up there, boy? That's a bad accent or like a impression of a Brooklyn accent, but you get what I mean. And you also have Eugene, a gamer and nerd like moi, who is actually a guy who hasn't been out in the world. He hasn't been out, he hasn't seen anything that is normal. And in the end, which of these characters is normal? I mean, honestly, Delsin Rowe is a delinquent, Abigail Walker, aka Fetch, is a junkie, and Eugene, I like to call him Eugene, is a gamer and a nerd. These three are basically outcasts to the world. And I love the story because you have Delsin Rowe who befriends Abigail Fetch and starts a relationship with her that is quite romantic. And I love the fact that Fetch and Delsin are such a good couple with each other. I love the fact that Delsin and Eugene become like close friends, and how Delsin tries to inspire Eugene to get out more into the open, and how he has to have more confidence in himself. And I love how the story is essentially about Reggie and Delsin, and how their brotherhood is basically important to the story, because Reggie is trying to look out for Delsin Rowe and trying to protect him from all danger, but Delsin is being a jackass, because Delsin most of the time is a jackass to his big brother, but he does love him so much. He loves his brother and wants to also protect him, except Delsin is a danger to himself, and how he doesn't know how to control these abilities, because at the beginning of the game, you have Delsin who has these abilities like smoke and neon and video and eventually rock ability. And Delsin is so crazy with these powers. He is so crazy with these powers. The fact that he actually likes to use them either for good or bad. And often at times he sometimes has these feelings of wanting to kill something or someone who is going to harm his friends and family. And I like Delsin a lot, but the kind of person I see Delsin as is a good guy, because Delsin Rowe is not a bad guy. I mean, honestly, in my view, he's a good guy, but it's up to you, because whether good or bad, you can choose how you want to play Delsin Rowe, as either the side of justice or the side of injustice. And if you choose full-on hero, the color of your outfit goes from like yellow and black to black and white. And if you choose injustice, the bad side, the evil side, you become like your clothes turns to black and red. And I love that aspect to the theme of good versus evil, and which is more dominant over the other. And I love the fact that good versus evil is a question that is brought up a lot of times in this world. And the way we judge other societies and other cultures, like by their race or by their skin color or by their language or their religion, that is a strong idea that is handled well in Infamous Second Son. And Infamous Second Son is a story about how conduits are treated differently from normal people, and the normal people are treating conduits like they're criminals or bioterrorists. And Augustine wants to protect the people, and that is why Augustine is such a great character. Augustine is honestly one of the best characters and most unique villains I've seen in a long time. She's a villain, yes, a bad guy, but Augustine is more like a woman who wants to protect the conduit and trying to keep order and trying not to get anyone killed. Except she's doing it the wrong way, the way she's trying to trap all the conduits and trying to keep them from their freedom, from their rights and like that. And Delsin Rowe has to stop her. But who is actually the monster, Augustine or Delsin? It's up to you to decide. But this story is just so complicated, guys, gals. It's so complicated in that it's a story about, once again, good versus evil, and Who are you to judge other people by their race, by their abilities, by their gift, or by their where they come from? And I love the fact that Delsin Rowe is one of the best characters and best heroes I've seen in a long time, because Delsin and Augustine are two great characters. You have the villain and you have the good guy, or the bad guy, however you want to play Delsin. And you also have Abigail Walker Fetch, who is a very great character. I love her so much. She can be a bitch sometimes, just like how Delsin can be a jackass, because Delsin can be a jackass and Fetch can be a bitch. And Fetch is actually a character who I like because of her ability, which is Neon powers, and she's a very cool character who is spunky, nice at times, and very like sexy and hot, and oh my god, does she have a great accent, a great Brooklyn accent, oh yeah, and honestly, if you want to play a game that has neon abilities or smoke like Delsin and Fetch, or if you want to play a video video ability or power, you can play as play Delsin Rowe, who interacts well with Eugene, and Eugene is a great character who I like so much. He's a nerd, yes, but he's got a lot of heart in the right place. And the boss battles, guys, gals, is just so epic, because the boss battles has so many great aspects to them. I love the boss battles a lot, and my favorite part of the game is your ability to use smoke, neon, video, and eventually rock. And this game is just so awesome. I mean, I had so much fun playing this game, and I had so much fun playing Delsin Rowe as a good guy. A good guy! Because Delsin, he's cool. He's a cool guy, a cool cat, yeah. And he's my homeboy who actually is a good guy, oh yes. And I can't get enough of Delsin Rowe. Delsin Rowe is a badass, a super badass, and Augustine is a great villain. You have a sexy badass chick like Fetch. You have a great nerd, a good badass nerd in Eugene. And honestly, this game is fucking badass. It's a fucking badass game, and I've been using honestly and basically a lot of times in my videos. But oh well, what can you do? And I love this game a lot, guys, gals. This game is just so awesome. I mean, the gameplay is just fucking awesome. The gameplay is just one of the best gameplays I experienced in a long time in games, and this game is just so incredible. I mean, I had so much fun playing this game, and you've got to play it, guys, gals. You've got to play it as soon as you can. Please, please, please play Infamous Second Son. One of the best games I played this year. You heard me. One of the best games I played this year on the PS4 console. Exclusive on the PS4 console only. And this game is just so awesome, guys, gals. Please play it. Please, please, please. Sorry. Anyways, I'm done. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hope you like this video. Oh, one more thing. Adios, amigos. And Delsin Rowe, my boy, I give you the thumbs up. Oh yeah, I'm done.